Beyoncé is music royalty. Everyone craves to meet her, work with her, and to be around her. She's America's sweetheart and has earned her stripes with over 20 years in the game. Being that she's such a huge international superstar, people around her become stars as well, which is why her bodyguard has become the topic of discussion because people are intrigued with him and the mystery surrounding him. Her bodyguard does provide protection for Jay-Z as her husband, as well as anyone who is around her during the time that he's on duty, but for the most part, he is Beyoncé's personal bodyguard. Beyoncé's bodyguard that piques a lot of people's interest name is Julius DeBoer. If I didn't say it right, keep it cute, don't do too much. He stands tall at 6'5", towering over Beyoncé and Jay-Z. He began working for her in 2008, and it's been stated that he has his own security firm called DeBoer Global and has offices in cities like Abu Dhabi, New York, and London. Now, he was raised in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and he has a degree in sociology from the University of Amsterdam. It's also been reported that he speaks 5 languages. He's divorced and has one daughter around 17 or 18 years old. The reason Julius is so popular is because whenever you see Beyoncé, you see Julius. He's never too far away. And he takes his job very seriously, like that viral moment back in 2009 that took place in Croatia during Beyoncé and Jay-Z's date night. After he got into it with paparazzi, as you can see in this photo here, Jay-Z put his hand up and Julius took the initiative to protect his client by flashing the light into the paparazzi's face to blind them like they were blinding his clients. Now, it's been reported that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were called the N-word, which set Julius off into a frenzy that led to that altercation. Now, the altercation resulted in Julius throwing the paparazzi equipment into the ocean. And how mad do you have to be for your feet to be in ballet's first position like this? Additionally, authorities in Croatia collected Beyoncé and Jay-Z's passport prior to removing Julius from their country. He was charged with assault and destroying personal property. However, the charges were later dropped. Ever since Julius began working for Beyoncé and was first spotted, rumors immediately poured in, claiming that he was actually having an affair with Beyoncé, and it probably was owed to his good looks, his height, and his close relationship to her, and literally close in proximity. Like, his job is to hold her down, literally. People are so indulged into this couple that they began to create their own storylines, claiming that Beyoncé was messing with Julius. In addition to that, there was a specific rumor claiming that Jay-Z asked Beyoncé to get rid of him because he made him uncomfortable. However, Beyoncé insisted to keep him and put her foot down on that. Despite all the rumors and speculation, it seems that Jay-Z and Julius actually have a great relationship. Like, for example, when paparazzi decided to put their hands on Julius, Jay-Z immediately came to his defense. He walked up to paparazzi and had a respectful word with them and to remind them to be respectful. He was so serious about checking them about this that he got left behind. Another reason why people are so intrigued by Julius is because he has the top secrets on this power couple, this legendary iconic couple. He's been around Beyoncé for over 10 years. He knows the private conversations, the conversations with friends, families, kids, other celebrities, business deals, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the doubt, the insecurities. He knows all of it, the ins and the outs. And he's basically that fly on the wall that everyone also desires to be. And don't be fooled, Julius is very important to this family because he's responsible for the safety of not only them, but their children. He is literally family. That is Beyoncé's best friend. I don't care what nobody says, because he was there when she was pregnant, when she had Blue Ivy, and now he's watching Blue Ivy grow up, and he's even literally holding her. I'm like, that girl got 2 dads. At this point, Julius is Beyoncé's shadow because he is required to even jump in the water with her to guard her. Although he has a close relationship with his family, he does not let that distract him from his job. He takes it very seriously, and he does not let up when it comes to their safety. So I'm sure you're wondering, how much does it cost for such a vital role in this iconic family's life? Back in 2013, when Beyoncé was pulled off stage at her concert, Jay-Z hired former intelligence agents to protect her thereafter. For their On the Run tour, 500 security members were hired to protect them in Blue Ivy. 16 were personal bodyguards round the clock. Their team consisted of a 40-man support group for the performance days, 300 crowd security, and 50 dedicated to stopping stage invasion. As far as their transportation, there were 2 military gray bomb-proof vehicles. As for their home, they hired 24-hour security for their $88 million mansion in Hollywood back in 2018. In a rare interview, back in 2010, Julius spoke with a Netherlands newspaper to give more insight on what his job entails as a bodyguard for music royalty. He kicked things off by stating, "I have worked for RAD for over 1 year as a personal protector of the famous singer Beyoncé in the US and abroad. They are often long hours. I am in this position very happy. I really enjoy my function. A day of work is long, where you have to pay attention to everything and stay paying attention to everything. Personally, I think the most fun of this job is travel and the people you meet while traveling. Drivers, hotel managers, restaurant owners, etc. It is this feature for customers that is important, but also for yourself. In America, artists at the close protection level is very different than in the Netherlands. It is much more than a human shield to your customer. You should always think 3 steps ahead, follow a schedule, call ahead to destinations, etc. It really is the best that a security person explore the destination beforehand." So there were also a lot of rumors claiming that Julius was Beyoncé's cousin. However, in this article, he also stated exactly how he got into the position of being Beyoncé's bodyguard, which he claimed that he was referred from his boss in the Netherlands, which debunks the rumors that it's his cousin, because how can he get introduced to his cousin? Unless they did an ancestry test, that's the only thing, if y'all want to go with that. But for the most part, highly doubt that. Due to the fact he already confirmed how he got into the position, in addition to that, no one a part of Beyonce's team nor Beyoncé has confirmed them to be cousins. So Julius continued on to say, "In the past years, I have traveled all continents, mostly in private jets, and traveled in the most luxurious hotel stays. As a Dutchman, I had to learn to cope and adapt. Adaptability in physical and psychological terms is the main characteristics that you must possess. I met my boss Norman in college, and he protects Jay-Z." People always say Julius looks so serious, which piques their interest as to what he does in his spare time. So I found a few photos of him smiling and enjoying quality time off the clock. So in the article earlier, Julius mentioned that he was hired by his boss, who was a college friend, and his name is Norman. However, he goes by his nickname Dutch Giant. His previous clients include Rihanna, Lady Gaga, and Jay-Z. Unfortunately, things went sour when Norman hired an escort in Vegas while on duty with Beyoncé and Jay-Z. He was caught, which made them feel uncomfortable and led to his termination. They were extremely outraged because they feared that he would put their newborn at the time, Blue Ivy, in harm's way. And some additional details about Norman is that he stood 6'5", he was 280 pounds, and he also was a bodyguard for Nelson Mandela. Norman went above and beyond when he was on duty because he broke a fan's legs who rushed the stage at a Jay-Z concert in Washington. Little mama, are you listening? You're a lucky lady. But his life took a turn after he was terminated by Beyoncé and Jay-Z, who made a deal with a major publication that they wouldn't let that information out. But unfortunately, the word got around within the industry, which made it difficult for him to find new clients. From this, he suffered from depression and turned to drugs. And that's when things turned extremely dark, when his life was cut short. After he broke into his neighbor's mansion, hit him in the face, and swallowed the drugs while in his birthday suit. This escalated into him being tasered by Miami police, which landed him in the hospital, where he died soon after.